Buenos dias, buenas tardes, or buenas noches. Whatever time you're watching this, it's either one of those. So either good morning, good night, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Senior Lim here today. I want to talk to you about what's coming up in the upcoming new year. Hopefully, I hope you guys are having a good holiday break. Also, I hope you guys are having fun in my Spanish class as well. I'm having fun, so I hope you guys are learning the nuances and pronunciations in Spanish. And also to over break as well. I hope, like I said, I hope you guys are enjoying break. I know some of you guys are playing Trivia Crack. I think I'm taking out the whole fourth period of my class. So I have beaten some people. Some people have beaten me. I will say that I think it's kind of odd or unfair that I'm up 5-1 and I lose a turn, and all of a sudden the person wins on one try. Come on, that's like 15 questions in a row. That's unfair. But anywho, I'm not going to be bitter. Anywho, I want to talk about the extra credit or break that you could do. Now, we will have a midterm coming up in the next year when we get back, so I want to talk about this extra credit opportunity. Okay, I don't like midterms, so that's why I want to give you some extra credit to help you out. Okay, now if you wanted to buy your extra credit, like some people have monies to spend, if you want to buy your extra credit, you could do a couple things. You could buy one package of Expo Dry Erase Chisel Tip markers. Those are the ones I use. These are the markers that I prefer. Uh, but yeah, if you buy one package of these, okay, it has to be at least a 4 pack or like a 6 pack. Usually they come in a 4 pack. So it could be in any color. As you can see, this one has the red, green, blue, and black. If you get like all black or all red, that's cool with me. All right. Now, I do prefer the Expos, but it can be any dry erase marker, and they can be any color that you want. Okay, like I said, they can be all black. I do prefer the chisel tip, you know, Expo. I will promote it all day. But if you don't do that, if you don't get those, if you can't get those, if you find a better deal, that's fine. Okay, now here's the deal. Each pack of Expo dry erase markers will be worth 2 points of extra credit towards your midterm, and that midterm is coming up. I believe 2 weeks when we get back. Okay, so we'll have a week, and then the following week we'll be taking the midterm. Okay, so we have the extra credit, and this extra credit goes towards your midterm. It'll be worth 2 points. So let's say if the midterm is 50 points, and you get a 40 out of 50, you buy one package of Expo markers, you get 2 points. Okay, so it's a 42. Here's the thing though, you cannot buy a whole bunch of markers. You cannot buy like 9 million markers. Just a limit of 2 packages can be purchased, okay? So just limit yourself to 2. And please don't waste your money on the 2 markers with an eraser. No. Uh, just a regular 4 pack would be good, okay? If you still want to buy your extra credit, you could buy one package of Starburst or Jolly Ranchers. Okay, this is what makes the class fun. When I whip Starburst or Jolly Ranchers at your head. Okay, the package should be around the 14 to 17 ounces. I'm not sure specifically how much each package weighs, but it should be like the 14-ounce bag or 17-ounce bag. Okay. If you buy the bigger package, good for you, great, but it'll only get you the same amount of points, and that same amount of points would be 2 extra credit points towards your midterm. Okay, so it'll be 2 extra credit points to your midterm. Okay, so one package equals to 2 points. Here's the deal: it's a limit of 2 packages that can be purchased. Okay, so then I'll get into that a little bit with the 2 packages. So only a limit of 2 packages. You buy 14 packages of Starburst, good for you. You only get 4 extra credit points. And if you want to do that, that's great. If you don't, well, so be it. Okay? Now, if you don't want to buy your extra credit, if you want to earn it, Alright, if you don't want to spend the cash, here's the thing. You could do a selfie with a sign in Spanish. Okay? And I say selfie, I use that term loosely because it doesn't really have to be a selfie. That's just if you want to make it fun. Okay? Um, but here's the thing. You guys are going to be shopping and you're going to be going to the Walmart, the Target, or the Geneva Commons, and you're going to be shopping and you'll be going in stores and eating in restaurants, and you might see Spanish around you somewhere. Hey, listen, we live in a world today that Spanish, whether you like it or not, is all around us. Okay, it's on instruction boxes, it's on cereals, it's on bathroom signs. So if you see a sign in Spanish, take a picture of it. Technology is cool. You can totally take a picture of it. Okay, and then what you would do is you could do several things. You could send me those pictures via email. You could make a Google Doc out of it. A Google Doc out of it, and then just like make a collage of like if you do like a whole bunch of pictures and just make a collage of it. It's up to you, okay? But they need to be sent to me via email, or maybe if you print them out, that's fine too, okay? Here's the thing. Only 8 pics can be taken, okay? Each pic will be worth a half a point. And now that kind of sounds like odd, but each pic will be worth a half a point, which if you do all 8 pictures, you get 4 extra credit points. Sounds pretty cool, right? The last thing is make sure they're in Spanish. There's a lot of signs out there that will be in Spanish. Sometimes they're in French, Hungarian, I think even like Chinese as well. Make sure that they're in Spanish, okay? So that you're getting the right language, okay? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, how to do the Spanish sign thing, here's an example, okay? Now, these are not selfies. This little kid right here is not me, nor is it my son. I was at the Bass Pro Shop, and we were waiting to see Santa, and I saw this thing, and I said, hey man, I'm going to take a picture because I want some extra credit. Boom. Look what happened. I got Lil Quad, and this Todo Terreno, that is in Spanish, and it looks like in Spanish. You guys know Todo, okay? Now this tout terrain, I don't know, that's French. I have no idea what, I guess that means Lil Quad as well. So please do not take a picture of the tout terrain. Take a picture of the Todo Terreno, okay? So that's the little quad. That's the box that I took a picture of at the Bass Pro. I also was around my house and I said, I want some crackers. And I found these crackers right here, okay? And on the crackers, they have a recipe for some soup, okay? And this was sopa gustosa de albondigas, okay? So it's a zesty meatball soup. Did not take a selfie of it. I just took a picture of it, and there you go, okay? Now, if you wanted to make it fun, and if you wanted to do a selfie, here's my selfie. Whoop! Haha! Once again, I did the zesty soup. Okay, there's my. I just woke up. I was like, it was late, but I just woke up. I have no idea, or my hair's all messed up. But there you go. I took a selfie of that. Okay, well, look at that. With that, I got a half extra credit point, and that half credit extra point will go towards my midterm. If you don't want to buy your grade, okay, once again, you can do something else as well. Now, before break, we were watching a movie called Under the Same Moon, La Misma Luna, okay? Now, here's the thing. You could write a report, okay, on the movie of what we watched so far, okay? It has to be 250 words long, okay? And I do not want to say I. No. 250 words long. It's probably like a page. You guys could do it. Now, I'm not going to be total, critiquing everything. If it was like 240 words, I'm not going to be like, 0. But it cannot be like 100 words. Or like, 5 words. No. About like 250 words long. That's pretty sufficient. Okay? And you have to write a report on the movie. Okay? Now, just to recap, okay? Mom, Rosario. Okay? in Los Angeles, escaped Mexico. She crossed the border. Okay, she's in America illegally. Okay, and then we have this guy right here, this little kid right here. If you can see, is Carlitos. Rosario left Carlitos 4 years ago when he was 5, and you know Carlitos has not seen his mother in 4 years. I think it was 4 to 5 years. All right, they always talk, but they haven't seen each other in a long time. Okay, and so he's in Mexico. His caretaker, Carlitos' caretaker, the grandmother, dies, and Carlitos escapes to the U.S. Now he's only 9 years old, so he escapes to the U.S. All right, he crosses the border, and then the excitement begins. Okay, so he's trying to go see his mother. At the same time, Rosario misses his son, but she wants that better life, and now she might be pondering if she wants to go back to Mexico. Okay, and then there's that, and then there's Rosario's stalker, the guy with the mustache, Paco, and he wants to, he's like, hey, why don't you marry me and you be, a legal citizen. But anywho, now I gave you a whole bunch of information. Now you could write that paper on whatever you like, but here one topic that it can be on is, what would you do if you were Carlitos? Imagine, 9 years old, grandmother dies. What the heck are you going to do? Are you going to go across the border? It's really dangerous. You could get caught. Are how are you going to cross that border? Man, imagine it. You know, imagine yourself being 9 years old. I couldn't cross the street, and he's crossing a border. So, you have to think of things like, what would you do in those situations? You could flip it, and you could say, hey, what would you do if you were Rosario? Would you stay in America? Would you, would you stay in America? Would you go back to see Carlitos? So on and so forth. Okay. This paper will be worth 2 points of extra credit towards the midterm. Okay. So those are some of the things that you could do to earn extra credit. Okay. I have some stipulations on my extra credit opportunities. A max total of 6 extra credit points can be earned. Okay. So if you buy like 40 bags of Starburst or 40 Expo markers, great. You're only going to get a minimum of 6 extra credit points. Okay. You can mix and match your extra credit. Okay. You could do some selfies and buy some Starburst. Write the paper and buy some Starburst, so on and so forth. And the final, so that's what you could do. So like you could do all selfies and write the paper. You could buy 2 bags of Starburst and so on, or 2 Expo markers. That would work as well. Here's the thing about if you want to buy your extra credit. Okay, here's my only thing. You can only buy up to 2 things if you want to buy your extra credit. So you cannot buy like 2 bags of candy and 2 packages of Expo markers. It has to be one or the other. Okay, it has to be like one or one. Okay, you cannot just buy like 2 bags of Starburst and 2 bags of Expo markers and be like, hey, give me 8 extra credit points. That's not going to work. Okay, so that's my stipulations. Oh, the one last thing is, when is this due? When are we going to have this due by? I would say this will be due that Friday the 9th. Okay, so we get back to school on the 5th. Okay, so this will be due the 9th of January. So it'll be due next year. Yay, we have a whole bunch of time. Not really, but I hope this helps you out. I hope you guys do this thing. And when we get back, we're going to go over a couple of things in Spanish. We're going to finish the movie as well, and we'll go from there. I hope you guys are enjoying your break. Once again, at 4th period, you guys are all challenging me to trivia crack. I will not go down, even with that person that had the comeback nation. I'm just a little fishy on that one. I was up 5-1 on you, and you won. Oh well, not bitter. Alright, happy holidays, guys. I'll see you next year, in January. Alright, I'm out.